welcome back to my channel. If you are new, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and make sure to like this video so that I know what kinds of videos to continue making on my channel. For those who are new, I have an almost 7-month-old as well as a now 3-year-old. I cannot believe that my oldest is 3. So this video is going to be about 10 mistakes that I made with my first infant car seat. So as I said, Alani is 3, so these are the mistakes that I made the first time around. I've learned better the second time around, and I'm just trying to continue to educate myself. As much as I don't want to admit some of these things, I really do hope that in making this video, I'm able to help someone else to not make these same mistakes. So these are the 10 car seat mistakes that I made the first time around. This is the car seat that I am currently using with my second. It's not the same as my first, but for both of them, I did use a Graco car seat. Similar to the car seat with my first, this one came with an infant insert, and this insert was already in the car seat. It wasn't anything that I added in. I don't add things that did not come with the car seat. That is something that I already knew not to do. But what I didn't know is that at a certain weight, you're supposed to take these out. So you're gonna have to refer to your infant car seat for that, but I did not know that with my first. I don't know how long I had this in, to be completely honest, but I knew that the second time around, and I was able to take this out exactly when I was supposed to. The second mistake that I made was using a car seat cover that actually goes through the harness straps. I have since learned that it is very important to not have anything that goes through the straps and would affect the way that you can tighten the car seat. The first cover that I had for the colder winter months actually went behind my baby and went through the straps, and I now know that that's just not a safe choice for if you are trying to keep your baby warm in the winter. I will link below a really good source that has great information about how to properly keep your baby warm in the car seat. Another mistake that I made was not putting the handle back when I would put my baby in the cart. So one of the things that made it really easy to take my baby girl with me to the store, as well as keep me from buying a ton of things, was to put her in the shopping cart. Even with this car seat, you can see that it's not exactly easy to push the handle down, but it does go down. So I honestly thought that my other one did not go down, and it just was that it wasn't easy to push down. It wasn't that you couldn't actually push it down. So I actually didn't know that the first time around, and the car seat was able to wobble around in the shopping cart. I have learned my lesson, and I know that even if it's a little tough to push down, it does not mean that the handle can't go down. Also, when I would put my baby in the shopping cart, my thought would be, I want her to be comfortable. So I would loosen the straps on the harness, and I now know that you really shouldn't loosen the straps. The reason that you are supposed to be securing your baby with those straps is to help with everything staying aligned with their body properly and allowing them to breathe. I didn't fully grasp that the first time around. My thought was just, oh my gosh, she can't be comfortable like that. Let me loosen it and make it more comfortable for her, but I now know that that was not the right choice. Another mistake that I made was putting the bib underneath the straps of the harness. My thought was that if I put it underneath the straps, she couldn't move the bib to cover her face. My thought was that it would be a suffocation hazard if I'm driving and she had that loose fabric. But from what I've read, it really is important that you don't have anything that would keep the harness straps from being tight to the child's body. So the bib should still go over top of the strap. All right, and this next one, I feel terrible to even admit it, but I know I can't be the only one. Well, I know for a fact that I'm not the only one, but driving without my child fully buckled. I know it sounds like the worst thing. It's obviously not anything that I meant to do, but it is such second nature to buckle your child into the seat that it is very possible to miss a step or not secure a clasp all the way. And I mean, it's absolutely horrible when you go to get your child out of the car and you realize that you did not buckle them all the way. I mean, it is a terrible feeling. Oh my gosh, the amount of mom guilt that comes from that. So it's just one of those things that even though it becomes something that you are doing maybe every day, maybe multiple times a day, you just really want to still pay attention and double check. Another mistake that I made with my first is putting her car seat in the crib while she was sleeping. This is one that I now know is a big no-no. I knew it wasn't the safest, to be completely honest. I would make sure that I had the monitor on her when she was in the crib so that I could see her, but I didn't realize how important it is to have that secure base underneath the car seat, and that's something that, like a soft crib, is just not giving the support that the car seat needs to allow your baby to breathe properly. So this is something that I didn't realize I was doing wrong, and I have not done since I have learned. One more mistake that I made, which I don't even know why I made a mistake this simple, but not having a stroller fan. I mean, Alani was born basically in the summer. She was born in the beginning of June. And when I'm on walks with the girls, I'm like, how did I go that whole summer without a stroller fan for her? I mean, and she was just born. I used to put the car seat in my jogger, and we would go on walks all the time. So I don't know how I did that without having a fan. And if you put a cover over your car seat like I did, like, oh my gosh, it gets so hot. So, I mean, big mistake that I made, not making it this time around, making sure that I have a fan for my babies. And that might seem like more of a stroller thing, but I thought of it because a lot of times you have some sort of stroller that's compatible that you're putting the car seat in. Another mistake that I made was not reading my car seat manual. I mean, it sounds really boring and it sounds like something that no one really wants to do, but it's actually not a lot to read. There are a lot of pictures and very small sentences, so it's really easy to look through that manual and get all of the information that you need to make sure that you are keeping your baby as safe as possible. Had I not looked through the manual, I would not have known that I needed to take this out once she reached 12 pounds. So there are just things in there that are specific to your car seat and that are important for you to know. And the last mistake that I made with my infant car seat is not reading my car's manual. So that one is a lot longer for sure, but if you're focusing on the section for your child's seat, it's really not that much information. And something that I learned through reading my car's manual is that I should be securing the seatbelts that are near my child. I never even thought of the potential that that could become a strangulation hazard. And that is something that I was not doing before. I was not securing the seatbelt so that my child couldn't reach it and cause themselves harm. So we're provided these manuals, we're provided these tools, and it really is important to look through them and make sure that you are doing what you can to keep your baby safe. So those are the 10 mistakes that I made with my infant car seat. Hopefully you learned something from this video and you don't make the same mistakes that I did. If there are any mistakes that you made that I did not mention in this video, please make sure to leave them in the comments. It is really important for people to see this type of information. And if there are any mistakes that I made that you also made, please let me know. It's really good to feel like you're not alone in this mama journey, and it's really nice to have a community of people that you can talk with and discuss the things that are going right as well as going wrong. No judgment, we all make mistakes. Nobody's a perfect parent, even if they think they are. If you're not caught up, please make sure you check out some of my other videos and make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss any more uploads. Also, if you're not following me on Instagram, make sure to head over there. I will try my best to write a blog post so I have all of this information typed up for those of you who prefer reading through stuff like this. As always, thank you so much for watching my channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.